I'll do some soft speaking and whispering. This book is one that I bought for my daughter's first Christmas, and it was part of a gift box collection, which I cannot find actually right now, but this was my favourite one out of the collection. It's called The Sun Egg, and the illustrations are beautiful. Okay, so when you're sitting comfortably, I'll begin. There was once a small elf who lived in a hollow tree in the woods. She loved dancing. In the spring she danced a welcome back sun dance, in the autumn a swirling yellow leaves dance, and in the winter a falling snow dance. She would dance until she was so tired that she would crawl into her tree and fall asleep. In the summer, there was so much happening and so many interesting, funny things to watch that she didn't have so much time for dancing. All the birds in the wood were her friends. If she saw an egg that had fallen out of its nest, lying on the moss, she would carry it up to the mother bird as quickly as she could. The birds were all very fond of her, and they sang their most beautiful songs whenever she was near. One day when she was exploring in the wood, she saw something large, round and yellow lying on the ground. What a big egg, she thought. Where has it come from, I wonder? She looked up and saw a bright hole in the clouds overhead. I know, she said. The sun has dropped an egg and she can't see it because the cloud's in the way. And she ran off straight away to tell her friend Large all about it. Large was lying on a branch. He was always playing tricks on people, and when he saw her, he threw down a fir cone, and it tripped her up. You are stupid, said the elf crossly, picking herself up. I'll tell Crooked Root if you do that again. Crooked Root was the old gnome in charge of the woods, and he was the only person Large was afraid of. Telltale, called Large. Well, maybe I won't then, said the elf, but I shan't tell you my secret, so there. And she ran off. Large jumped down from his tree and ran after her. He picked up a grass straw and a pointed stick to give her a drink of fresh birch sap, because he wanted to make it up with her again, although really he wasn't supposed to touch the birch trees. Crooked Root had forbidden it. The elf went straight to Happy Frog, who lived by the lake. Happy Frog laughed at everything. She had a little restaurant which was also called the Happy Frog. When the elf came running up, a snail and a lizard were having lunch, and Happy Frog's friend, Anxious Frog, was waiting to be served. What would you like? Fresh bleak grow or chopped pondweed? Asked Happy Frog. Or would you rather have some plantain seed? Oh no, thank you. I couldn't eat a thing. I've already had a whole wood sorrel leaf this morning, said the elf. But I do have some very important news. The sun has laid an egg, and it's fallen into our wood. Come and look. The elf ran ahead to show the way, and the others followed. Large came running up with his friend the squirrel. They were all very surprised and not a little puzzled when they saw the elf's egg. Just think, said the elf, if it hatches out soon, we'll have our own certainly hope not, said the owl, peering down from his tree. I would have to move. To It will be very hot in the middle, said Larch. The sun has a fire inside, you know. Just then old Crooked Root came hobbling up. What's going on here? The best thing would be if it, said Happy Frog. She meant to say that they ought to hatch it out in the stream, but when she thought how funny it would look hissing under the water, she couldn't stop laughing. Nothing to laugh at, said Crooked Root crossly. Everyone lend a hand. We'll roll the egg down to the water. Suddenly Squirrel bit off a piece of shell and scurried up a tree with it. Ugh, he said, it tastes horrible. Do be careful with my son, cried the elf, and Chaffinch heard her and came flying up to see what was the matter. Listen, said the Chaffinch, that isn't a sun egg. It's a kind of sun fruit called an orange. You see hundreds of them, so I hear, in the sunny countries where some of us fly during the winter. There are so many of them as cones on a fir tree, and they have a lovely yellow juice in them. Juice, did you say? Cried Larch, and he darted behind the yellow ball. He made a hole in the skin with his sharp-pointed stick, put in a straw and sucked. Oh, it is good, he said, and he licked his lips. I've never tasted anything so delicious. What have you done? Shouted Crooked Root angrily. Larch quickly passed his straw to the old gnome so he could have a taste too. Then he got straws for the others, and soon they were all standing round the great ball and saying, Oh, how lovely. There they are, having a drink of the orange juice. At that moment, a huge black crow came flying past, flapping his wings and cawing loudly. Everyone was scared. Suddenly he swooped down and snatched the orange in his claws and flew off with it to his nest. The baby crows opened their beaks wide, but the crow was too greedy to let them have any. He just swallowed the orange whole, but it stuck in his throat and almost choked him. Afterwards his neck was so sore that it had to be bandaged all summer and he couldn't caw again, which rather served him right, the greedy thing. The little elf burst into tears when she saw the crow disappearing with her orange. Don't cry, little elf, said the Missel Thrush. If you like, you can come with me this autumn to the sunny southern country where the ripe yellow oranges hang on trees. You are so light, you could easily ride on my back. When she heard this, the elf's face lit up and she danced all through the wood singing, I'm going to the land of sun. I'm going to the land of sun. When the autumn came, the elf did go south with the Missel Thrush. She ran about happily in the sunshine, and soon she was nearly as good friends with the butterflies there as she was with the ones in her own wood. Whenever she was hungry, she stuck a straw into a big orange and took a big drink of fresh orange juice. But the lemons were much too sour, so she never drank from them. So if one day you find an orange that is a bit dry, don't get too cross. Perhaps the elf has been drinking from it, and I'm sure you wouldn't mind if she had a sip or two of your juice. Although the elf loved the warm southern country, she would say to the sun nearly every day, Sun, please hurry up and shine on the woods at home, so that spring will be there again soon. That's where the story ends. It's got a beautiful yellow inside, and it's written, and I believe also illustrated by